Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. Today is Friday, January 14th, and today our topic is how strong are your sales skill sets, like objection handling, helping other people with their transaction, understanding the documents, negotiations, convincing buyers to use you. I mean, the list goes endless, but I'm just going to go in general about a few things. But I have something to get off my chest. Like, what is he get off his chest? What is there? Every day, I talk to agents, our agents, other agents, and every day for over 20 years. There's not a day, I don't think there's a day in my life in over 20 years, well, 30 years almost, yeah, 30 years of being in real estate that I have not talked to another agent. And the word skill set is so encompassing of a lot of things in real estate when you're in a customer service business. And in this video, I just want you to take a step back sometimes and just reevaluate your skill sets and how good you think you really are with what you do every day. In handling your clients, helping your clients, finding new business, convincing them to use you, negotiations, talking with the seller's agent, talking to, or buyer's agent, talking to the title company and mortgage company, everything. Now, this is the thing I want to get off my chest is that some agents, even successful agents, well, let me take a step back. I talk to agents every day and I ask them, hey, when I'm work coaching them, said, have you had deals with bad agents? And everybody goes, oh yeah. Everybody, if you're watching this, have you had a deal with a bad agent? And you're going to say, yes, I have, lots of them. Take a step back. You might be that bad agent. Not overall. I'm not saying overall. I'm not saying that. But there's certain skill sets that sometimes agents aren't. I am floored sometimes when I talk to agents sometimes, and I go, I can't believe they're talking to me in this manner. They don't speak like that to their clients, or they would have no business. Do you have those people kind of like, I'll use lightly, two-faced? They're sweet as pie to their clients. And then when they talk to other agents, title companies, mortgage companies, negotiations, they're hard-nosed and they're difficult. And some of them are very tough and successful agents. But when you're that way sometimes, the other agents consider you a bad agent. So where I'm getting at some of this, and I could go on for hours about this, but one of the points about skill sets I'm going to stick with is handling and helping and talking with other agents. Because what's happening out there, especially to new agents, let me tell you this, is that right now in this market, there's listing agents, when they get several offers on a house, they throw out certain deals because those agents that are bringing those deals might have a terrible experience with them. Because I've seen agents that are newer. Let me say this, newer, because I've had some agents get mad at me. I'm so sorry. I've thrown that term. You're newer. I've been doing this 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. If you haven't been doing this more than 12 years, 10 years, you're newer. You're newer to me because it takes decades and thousands of sales to hone your skill set. You're a rookie. If you're less than 5 years, you're a rookie. No matter if you sell 50 houses this year or 5, you're still a rookie in handling situations. So this point I'm making to the newer agents, or even agents that been in the business a while, is that take a step back and see your skill set in handling and talking with other agents, because it affects your buyers and sellers. There's so many times, obviously can't do this, but when I see certain agents have buyers and they're selling our listings, I almost would love to go, oh my gosh, I can't believe that buyer's got that agent. They're gonna hurt this deal. I've seen them hurt deals for years. So these are some of these are seasoned agents. So the skill set today, I know I'm getting off on tangents, is to new agents. Watch how you're communicating with other agents, because that is what the goal you're trying to get when you're negotiating for your buyer. You have to have a great relationship with that listing agent on there. Listing agents, same thing. When you have buyers agents coming over, you can't not call them back. You can't tell them I'm not going to bother with them. I've got 30 offers. I'm not even going to tell them what's going on. And guess what? When in reverse, when you see that you have a buyer for one of their listings, they're going, oh, I remember that agent. She was not responsive, or he, and didn't help with the transaction. I couldn't get a hold of her or him. And then they affect your buyers and or sellers, and it affects your negotiation. So today, again, the main thing of skill sets, think of your skill set. Are you a good agent? Overall, yes, you could be successful, but the one thing that I know no agent could really calculate is how much business they lost, because you never see it. You don't know. You don't know what future buyers or sellers didn't call you because you had one bad experience, because your skill sets weren't on point with a buyer or seller that just drove you up a wall. You don't know how many transactions, and I know this 100%, well, I'll say 99%. There are agents out there like, I don't know why my deals are not going in. I've got these buyers and they're buying these, and we're putting in offers and none of them are getting accepted. And I know this from our listing agents, know that they're looking at the offers all correct. And if there's two offers, one being they're both exactly the same, other than who the agent is, who represents them could affect them and how it goes forward. Because I think so. Sorry, my disclaimer, this is my opinion, that you have a right to explain to your client the situation you might have had that fell apart, bad relationship you had with another agent. You don't have to go into detail, but you go, hey, well, I have two offers. This offer agent I don't know, but this offer agent we had a deal together about 6 months ago, a year ago. The deal fell apart. She was non-responsive. Her buyers weren't pre-approved, or he was pre-approved. Bad inspect, whatever. I feel you have an obligation to explain to your seller, if it's your seller, every experience you have with that buyer and or seller or everything, and so they can make an educated decision on that. You don't have to run them under the bus. I'm talking about be as neutral as possible with that. So again, think of your skill set. Go back. How's your negotiations? How's your handling people, talking to people? Some people are very difficult to deal with. I know. 30 years. I know there are people out there, realtors, that are very, very difficult to communicate with and deal with. But you have to have that skill set to know how to handle different personalities, different ways of communicating, and that will overall benefit your business, benefit your buyers, your sellers, and go further. Those agents that know how to communicate and negotiate and problem solve and objection handling is always the agents that will have an easier time building their business on there. Because there's agents out there right now, I know, that every one of you watching this video knows an agent that is very successful that is just not good sometimes. And you're always wondering, how are they getting all this business? And they're don't have the skill sets. My opinion is they are so skilled in everything else and getting business that even with that limitation of their skill sets in dealing and handling and talking to other people, that they, despite themselves, despite their shortcomings, they're great. Just like in sports, when someone's like great at one thing, but not good, great at offense, but not terrible at defense, they have to be extremely great at offense to not be good at defense, or they're not going to play and not going to be a great agent or a great athlete. So I know I was rambling on there, but I wanted to get that off my chest today because, of course, how that topic came up, because it was yesterday, it was busy day of dealing with agents and honing in on my skill sets and handling situations, handling people, and helping out, and negotiations and all of it. I do work on that every day. So even after 30 years, I am still not an expert. I'm still reminding myself before I make a phone call, reminding myself halfway through a conversation, hone it in. This is the way you got to handle the situation. This is this. And I still have people that I talk to as my partner Brenda, other people in my office that have been in the business just as long as I have. Sometimes I confide in them. Hey, I have this situation. What do you think I should do? You always got to be learning and always got to be honing in your skills. There's not a day in your life that you should not continue to try to learn, hone in your skills. Never get to that point where you think I'm the best at everything and you're going to move and I don't need any help. That's when things start going downhill. If you've probably seen that in other businesses, you're like, wow, that restaurant, that business, that thing was so great. They were at top of their game, and then now they're terrible because maybe at top of their game they just didn't keep watching or tracking or asking questions, and then all of a sudden the business just went down the toilet. I've seen that happen many times in real estate, and I don't want that to happen to anybody watching this video. So that's it. Have a great Friday. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good weekend, and we'll see you on